Okay, you guys, this is going to be my last time to put this video up. I've put it together off of two or three other videos. They're all off of the FBI video, and I didn't splice them or dice them or anything like that to make them look better. I just put different parts of it together that other people picked up on. Uh, my first couple, I thought my last one was pretty good, but uh, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. And but this one, I think, after utilizing other people's knowledge and my own, and things that I observed that other people don't, uh, I think it's pretty accurate. And I wanted to do this one more time and try to do it as accurately as possible because it's important for everybody to know out there. This isn't just about Oregon or Harney County. This isn't about the ranchers. This is about the Constitution. And if you think these people were out there illegally, then you don't know the Constitution. And you need to read it because it is the law of the land. These people were not being illegal. They were doing everything according to the Constitution. In fact, they were, the Constitution allows, when you have a tyrannical government, it allows you, it tells you that it is your duty to go throw them out and to start with a new government. So you have, what you have now is you have patriots, people who are following the Constitution on one side, and you have a tyrannical government on the other side calling the patriots terrorists. And some of you people out there are calling them terrorists, and you couldn't be further from the truth. Uh, these people are all law-abiding citizens. They're abiding by the Constitution, something that the federal government isn't doing. And I guarantee you that the orders for this assassination go a long ways past Oregon. Some of you that don't understand, you better start waking up because uh, this isn't a, like I said, it's not about the ranchers. It's not about any of those things. It is about seizing land. And the federal government hasn't got a right to any of it. And some of you people believe they do. They don't. All you got to do is read the Constitution. But these people have been arrested now. They haven't broken any laws. The only one that has broken laws is the FBI and Oregon State Patrol, it looks like. And other than that, nobody's broken any laws. And they're trying to wake everybody up to the fact that the government is trying to seize land for a lot of different reasons. One of them is to curtail all the citizens. If you don't have any place, if you can't go here and you can't go there, where are you going to go? And they own, I think the last figure I saw is they say they own 49% of the United States. So it gives you about half of what you used to be able to travel. And anyway, there's all kinds of things behind that. But this here video, uh, later on in it, you'll hear a woman speaking. She was one of the two women that were in the truck when it was ambushed. And as far as anybody, if you look at this video, she remembers better than most people would in that situation, I think, because she hit it pretty close. But here's what I want you guys to do. Excuse me. When you look at this video, there's all kinds of things that you have to look at. One of them is the fact that look at the body language on these agents. They are not that of somebody being attacked. And they called this uh, normal traffic stop. I put things up along the way to get your attention on why that's not true. But look at the pay attention to those things. There's flashes in muzzle flashes in here that show that they were shooting at these people on the first stop, and there's all kinds of evidence that this video's been tampered with. It's been changed. The biggest one that I can tell you, the blatant one, is if you read anybody's story on it. Ryan Payne was arrested during this stop because he got out of the vehicle at one point after they shot at him. Okay? Now, if you watch this video, there's quite a portion of it that I've kind of ran it on in slow motion, so it takes up quite a bit of the video. But the point that I wanted to make was I wanted you to see that, as far as I could see, this stop was probably around, I don't know, between 7 and 10 minutes. And I want you to watch, because what you're going to see is nothing. And what you're seeing out of that is nobody ever comes out of that pickup or goes into it. Nobody. Now, the facts are that Ryan Payne was arrested here during this stop because he got out and they detained him. But you don't see any of that on this tape. The question is, why? And I don't think there's an answer. It's been dubbed in some way or another. There are other ones. One I learned from a guy that was on the internet here. He produces a lot of work and edits a lot of tape, and it's not something that I wouldn't have known before. But in different places, as you watch this video, you'll see where the camera pulls in or out, and being able to see anything conveniently in certain places, you can't see anything. And he says that he knows for a fact that's been edited, because when you in all of the videos that he's done and everything, pulling in and pulling out, yes, you have some certain places that you can't really see, but there's always things that are either closer or further away that aren't bothered by that stuff. And in these places where this happens, there's nothing. You can't see anything, and they're in convenient places that they happen like that. So I started looking at that, and there's one obvious place. I'm not sure if it's in this or if I cut it out, but there's one obvious place in this where it was changed. You can just tell by the flicker in the video. So you need to watch that, and watch everything that I pointed out. It'll be on the screen so that you can see it, and you'll know to look for it. And if you don't see it, run it back and see it again. I want you to understand that this was an ambush. And obviously, just sitting here looking at this picture right now, that is not a routine traffic stop. And then on the other end of this, up the road here, after this takes place, there's a roadblock set up. Are you kidding me? On a routine traffic stop? They just happened to know they were going to have a problem here? This is all BS, man. This is set up, and my total belief of it is that I think they released it fairly soon. Also, if you look at the date on this says it was made on the 27th, when actually this was the 26th when Lavoy was murdered. So there's another place where you can see that this thing was remade. And all the little black marks around it, if you look around them, that's blocking out so that you can't see what cameras it was made off of, what speeds, those types of things. Probably because they don't match. That would be my guess. Okay, so keep your eyes on this thing. I'll try to, if I can, I'll try to talk when I can. If I don't, it's pretty self-explanatory from here on out. You guys just have to watch it. But I believe that this was intentionally set out. I think they're sending a message to everybody to be afraid that if you go up against the federal government, that this is what's going to happen. So you better shut your mouth. This is something that happens in Red China or Nazi Germany or something, you guys. You have to wake up. This isn't just about these people's land. You have to wake up. This is the beginning. A lot of you Native American Indians, you've had some negative thoughts on it and everything. I saw today where they're getting ready to sell some of the Apaches' spiritual grounds, mineral rights to somebody, and they're all up in there. I've been telling you guys, I'm Native Indian myself. I've been telling you guys, they're gonna do this stuff, and you're right in the middle of it. And you can fight this by yourself if you want to, or you can help us. Look at this guy here. He just took a shot at the truck. He's sitting out there on the bank. If they thought there was some kind of a real bad thing going on, they would have. They'd be hiding. They wouldn't be standing out there locking and loading and whatever. And then I hope you notice those lights on there. That's what I put the arrows on there for. The right light and the canopy light are both on right now. When they get ready, when they do take off, I think I put a couple arrows there, but notice those lights are off then. And then I did see the tail light back on at the end for some reason, but the canopy light never did. So whatever happened when they shot, they interfered with the wiring system. Okay, so I'm going to let this play for a little bit, and you guys go back. If you were listening to me and weren't watching, go back and watch it. Just watch it. Don't bother with me. But you got to wake up. This is a warning to everybody. This is a warning I believe that they intentionally put out. And like I said, you got to get away from this idea that this is about some rancher's land. This is about all of us, you guys. It's about the Constitution. It's about the land grabs and what they're doing. If you get into this and you research, you're going to find out these guys have already sold some of America. Things that they can't do. And it does matter. Because these same people are going to take over this place if somebody doesn't stand up here pretty soon. Okay? All right. Watch this thing. Like I said, I'll try to talk if I can, and point something out if it comes up. Lavoy's getting ready to take off here. I can see that, so I want you to pay attention when it happens. I think oh shoot, I can't think of her name right now. Victoria starts talking, and then they take off. But I want you to notice that the tail light and the canopy light have been shot out in some form or another. The wiring's been hit because it's on before that happens. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I did need to say a couple more things, you guys, because after she starts talking, I wouldn't be able to come in there. But in a little bit here, he's going to take off, and then he's going to get up to the blockade. And one of the things I wanted to point out to you was uh, they claim that Lavoy tried to hit one of their agents with a car. When you see that coming, I've slowed it down and I pointed it out, but you watch the agent. He runs out from behind the truck, takes a set, and shoots through the front windshield, or attempts to. That's what happened. He wasn't standing there and Lavoy tried to hit him or anything like that. In fact, if anything, Lavoy might have tried to probably shocked him, and he swerved more to the left than he wanted
had like
to.
a laser on us. They're like, turn out the car and put your head out the window and all this stuff. He's like, he put his hands out the window so they could see he didn't have it. Then he's like, but I'm not. He's like, I'm not. He's like, we're going to talk to the sheriff right now. He's like, you guys can follow us there, that's fine. He's like, but we're talking to the sheriff. He said, either you can put a bullet through my head right now and get it over with, or we're going to talk to the sheriff. And they were like, no. And so then they're like stepping it up, and a bunch more guys are coming out, and they're all pulling their guns out. And they were like, we have women in the car. We have, because there's me and this other lady in the car that I don't know real well. But we have women in the car. They're like, get the women out of the car. Get the women out of the car. And they're saying they're going to shoot. And Ryan Payne was like, he was in the front seat. Ryan Payne is amazing. He is incredible. But anyhow, so he was like, he said he put his hands out the window because he was trying to talk to them. He's like, if he wanted the guy to just, he's like, I don't know if it's worth it. He's like, so he put his hands out the window and he said, we have women in the car, at least let the women get out. And he stuck his head out and they shot at him, but they missed him, or like he ducked just in time. So they didn't hit him. And then they're like, oh, they mean business. They're going to shoot us. And so Ryan decided to get out of the car and try to go talk to them. And so he gets out of the car, and then the guy tried to like talk to them. The driver was like, I'm just going to drive. He's like, I'm just going to talk to the sheriff. And he's like, so either shoot me now or leave us alone. And they were just like, turn the car off and put your hands up the window. So finally, he decided to just drive. So we all got down on the floorboard, and he took off, and then they started firing at us. They started shooting us a bunch of times, and then they had a roadblock set up, and so he ran into a snowbank, and they were like riddling the car with bullets. And then they, like when we crashed, they stopped for a second. He got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, and rest. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, to shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. They shot him like right there because he was just walking.
Okay, I slowed it down. I want you to watch this agent come out from behind the truck. And like you guys, on a corner like the set up on a barricade, they knew that he wouldn't see it and he couldn't possibly slow down. So the idea that he just gunned it and tried to go through is BS too. Watch this agent. And going along with what she said here about them going to see the sheriff, you see, the sheriff has the call in every state, in every county. The sheriff can run the federal government out. All these things. Lavoy knew that if he got to the sheriff in Grant County was behind him. If he got there, he knew that he could probably be safe. Okay, check out this first shooter. He comes out. You have to kind of watch careful, but he's there. And I believe he shoots Lavoy the first time in the stomach, chest, somewhere there, and Lavoy's hands come down because he got shot. And then this other second shooter comes out, takes a shooting stance twice. And I believe he shot him at least twice anyway. Uh, you have to keep that in mind when you're watching this. He's not going for any gun or anything. He's been shot 3 times at this point. Look at him right now, his posture. He's facing the truck. He's not even facing any of these people. And this guy comes out of the woods. If you watch Lavoy, he turns to the left, turns his head more than anything, and the guy shoots him in the head, in the face. Now, the autopsy says that he's been shot 9 times. You guys got to remember you're watching this in slow motion, and all this took seconds. The man was shot with his hands in the air. There isn't any way around it. And
with his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God, he was just walking with his hands in the air, and they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times. And then they bombarded our vehicle with bullets. Ryan got hit in the shoulder. We were laying there on the floorboard screaming, and they gassed us like 5 times, and they kept trying to shoot us, and their angle was bad, so I don't know, we were praying like so hard, and we were screaming like, stop, please stop, please stop, and they were just riddling us with the bullets. They kept gassing us over and over, and we couldn't breathe because of the gas, and we were trying to find something white so that we could put a white flag out, and then I was trying to see, because Ryan knew he had got hit in the shoulder, and so he was like, well, I don't think it's too bad, though. So so we were just trying to find a way to get out there, and then they, hold on a second. I'm waiting for them to call me back.
Listen, Victoria, I recorded your testimony.
Oh, okay.
All right, because if anything happens to you, I think it's really important to have that.
All right.
Okay, so let's just get this clear. Mr. Finnicum's Finnicum hands were in the air when he was shot.
Yes.
Was he stand?
We saw him face up. I mean, his hands were still up after he was dead.
Okay, they shot him and he went down, then they shot him again on the ground?
Yeah, they shot him like at least 6 times.
The newspaper reports are just saying that 3 shots were fired, but that's not true.
No, are you kidding me? They shot at least 120 shots probably altogether.
Okay.
They were shooting the car, and like a lot.
What side of the windows were the windows blown out on, the left or the right side?
Left.
Left side, okay. And
they kept hitting the right. They kept hitting the right side of the car too, but they didn't blow. Like the windows didn't come out. Like they were hitting the metal instead of the glass.
so as you guys can see, this was murder. Totally. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I also wanted to point out to you guys that in that 8-10 minute interval there where they were shooting up the truck and everything, not once did they check on Lavoy. Not once did they even do standard operating procedure of checking him for a gun or clearing it or anything else. If they were that concerned about him that whole time, that doesn't show it at all. As soon as they shot him down, they immediately turned on the truck. They didn't even look at him. Okay? So, it spells murder all over it, and they know it. You could see what was happening there. I showed you a couple of bullets that went off of it. They must have had somebody that had some sort of moral reverse, and they finally stopped. But it wasn't because they weren't trying to kill him, and these people weren't fighting back or anything. So this was an ambush, and it was a murder, you guys. This man that you're seeing on the picture here, this is Lavoy. He's a hero. He paid the ultimate price, and he did it for us, you guys. He's from Arizona. He doesn't own any land in Oregon. He did this for us. It's a constitutional situation, and he was trying to get people to wake up and start taking care of business. And I hope you guys realize that he gave his life for all of us. And I hope that none of you will allow this to die. It can't die, you guys. This is for the Constitution. This is for our freedom. You have to get that, okay? This guy gave his life for us. Don't let it go to waste. I don't know anything more to say than that. I think this video is self-explanatory. Even in his death, if you watched him on the ground when he died, he was still trying to put his hands up. That's what they call muscle memory. And it was the last thing that he did before he, or thought of before he was killed. So it's sad. And I hope you guys wake up, stand up, and let this man's life be a testimony to all of us. Bye.